Good morning, Raiders. Please stop what you're doing and pay attention. We're ready to start the day. There you go. Thank you so much. I'm Miss Mancuso.
And I'm Lise Rocha. Today is Wednesday, March 7, 2018. Also, today is National Cereal Day.
What's your favorite cereal?
I don't know.
You don't know? I had two. Mrs. Gower is guessing mine. I had two as a kid. My favorite, Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch. If my mom let me pick one at the store, which one should I get? And you know what? They're still kind of my favorite as an adult. So, no favorites for you?
I like a lot.
You like a lot. There you go. Keep it open. You like a lot. The Raider time is 7:38 a.m. We'd like to welcome everybody, you and anyone substituting with us today, to our building.
Please start and think about all the things we need to do today.
Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated.
Today's lunch choices are chicken drumstick or cereal and cheese stick. Tomorrow's breakfast is breakfast bun.
Excellent job. We have some announcements for all of you. First, we want to say congratulations to our reading team that went up to another elementary school in Hall County named Mount Vernon. They went to Mount Vernon yesterday for a reading competition, and they did very well. So big congratulations to all of you. We just want to say thank you to the folks that read those books. So thanks Haley Gerard, Lucy Akers, Yahaira Velasquez, Carrie Perez, Brianna Pons, and Mariana Salcido. So way to go. And I know that next week, you and a bunch of other people are going to go to ToneCon at the University of North Georgia. So that's very exciting. So thanks, girls, for doing a great job yesterday. Also, today's running club. So make sure if you are a member of the running club that you're staying after school today and you've told your parents to pick you up by 3:45 or 4 o'clock. And also remind them that running club is also tomorrow after school from 2:45 to 3:45, so they need to pick you up tomorrow as well. We have a couple shout outs to make. You want to do this one? This is actually from our cafeteria manager, Miss Wanda, and it's to Valeria Sanchez. You want to read that one?
Using good manners and saying her name when coming through the Boys and Girls Club snack line. Great job, Valeria.
Good. You know, you should be saying your name when you go through the lunch line at lunchtime to Miss Tammy, and I know our Boys and Girls Club members also have to say their name when they go through the line in the afternoon. So thank you, Valeria, for being a good role model. We also have a shout out from Miss Dag to Isain Garduno for mastering list list 4. Way to go, buddy, of his sight words. So keep it up. And you are a good role model as well, because I bet a lot of people and a lot of friends in your class are saying, man, that's so good. I need to do that too. So excellent job. Let's see. I think we've got all the small things out of the way. How about some birthdays today?
Today's birthday is Kaylee Armenta and Christian
Manzo.
Christian
That's
Manzo.
his middle name. Yep. So happy birthday to Kaylee and Christian. And if you are celebrating your birthday, there you go. Kaylee and Christian, head to Miss Nancy and you'll get your birthday bracelet. So tomorrow, actually, you know what? I'm going to ask Mrs. Gower to come in at this point because she will know who this person is. Tomorrow is Thursday, so why don't you guys switch places? And you know that on Thursday we do some fun things around here, either colors or themes. And tomorrow we are telling you that if you would like to wear a denim shirt and a red headband in your hair, okay, not around your neck, not around your face, but in your hair, tied up, kind of like, see this person? Rosie the Riveter. You can come to school like that tomorrow. And people are thinking out there, why? Well, tomorrow is International Women's Day. And this person, Rosie the Riveter, is symbolic of women. So if you support women, do you support women?
I do.
Do you support men?
I do.
Yeah, we support all people, but tomorrow is International Women's Day. So if you would like to dress like Rosie the Riveter, either because you are a woman or a girl.
You know, you used a word when you said to dress like them. That let's make sure everybody knows what it is. Because you used the word denim.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't know what denim is, it's like blue jean looking fabric.
Right.
See the shirt she has on? That's a denim shirt. If you don't have one of those, you could just wear a blue shirt.
A blue shirt. But I think it's important to know who Rosie is. I actually Googled it so we could do it. Now, I knew this before, but I wanted to get the precise information that we have. But go ahead. You know about Rosie.
Well, I was just going to say, we have a picture. Miss Mancuso has a picture of her two girls.
Yes.
Who are dressed like Rosie the Riveter. And it's kind of a mix of lots of women. Mm-hmm. But back during World War II, they represented the women who went to work in the workforce while the men were fighting the war. Do you have some other information?
Nope, that's really it. Because the men had gone off to war, women were not really enlisted at that point. So when the men left the factories, who was there to run the factories? So these women who had typically been at home.
They were either at home or they were school teachers or nurses. That was about the only thing you could do if you were a woman then.
But a whole bunch of women went into the factories and began the workforce there. And so it kind of was something strong and impressive for women to do. So
do you know what my grandmother did during that time?
I do not.
My grandfather worked for the Army. He was not in the Army, but he worked for the Army. And so he had to leave and go to the base. And my grandmother went to work making Army boots.
Oh.
The Army boots during World War II were made in a big leather factory in Beaufort, Georgia, just down the street.
Goodness.
And she went to work sewing the Army boots. And they had to sew most of them by hand.
Wow.
So
that's
it's
an
a very
amazing
cool job.
So if you are a woman or a girl, or you support women, so boys, that could be you guys, you may dress like Rosie the Riveter because tomorrow's International Women's Day. So lots of fun here at Tadmore. And now we want to talk we have one more announcement, and we want to talk about a drill that we're going to be doing today. So you want to start off?
Boys and girls, I hope that you follow the news and that you've heard some of the things that are going on in schools around our country. I know that there are many things that are planned. There are people who are making some protests for gun control, and there are some legislators who are talking about what do we need to do to make our schools safe. Well, the biggest thing that we can do here in our school to know that everybody is safe if we have a dangerous situation is that we practice. And you know how we do fire drills? We practice that so in case there was ever a fire in our building, we would know exactly what to do. Because if we didn't practice it, we would all be running around going, oh no, the building's on fire, and we wouldn't know what to do. You know, we also do the weather drill where we have you go out in the hall and we have you sit and we tell you if there was a real storm, we would ask you to do this. Well, this is one of those things that we really don't like that we have to practice it, but we want to make sure under every circumstance that we keep our school safe. And so we're going to practice a lockdown drill today. You'll hear us come on the intercom and we'll say we need to go into lockdown, and you'll need to follow the directions of your teachers. One of the best things that I've heard lately when you're doing a lockdown drill is to remember this. So I want you to listen to me. Stop what you're doing and make sure you're hearing me. If somebody came in our building who was dangerous, the first thing we need to do is to hide. And so we've got 10 seconds to make the building look empty. And that means you get where nobody can see you except the people in your classroom. And then within 20 seconds, it should be completely silent. So that if there was a bad person in the building and they were looking for somebody, they wouldn't be able to find you because you couldn't be seen and you couldn't be heard. And so your teachers are going to give you some instructions this morning about where in your classroom is the best place for you to go. Away from the doors, very quiet, in the floor. Think about where the windows are in your classroom, and that will give you an idea of where you're going. Your door would be locked. And somebody told me yesterday that when a bad person has come in a building, and we hear about these shootings in schools, that nobody has ever been harmed who was behind a locked door. And so that's why we're asking your teachers to keep their doors locked. So the door is closed. If it's been open, you close the door and you get into your position, which is more than likely going to be in a back corner of your room. And then you get very still and very quiet.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
While we're doing this drill, Mr. Brock, Mrs. Gower, and myself, we usually we walk the building, and you will hear your doorknob shake or rattle, make some noise, because we're just making sure that the door is really locked. So if you hear that, it's not somebody in the building this morning. It's just one of us checking your door to be sure that it's locked. Okay?
We just want to make sure that you know exactly what to do. I know that your parents have been very concerned. We're going to meet with some parents tomorrow night about how we keep our building safe. We actually have somebody from our district who is coming tomorrow to walk through our building and to look at some things to make sure that everything that we have in place is the right thing. And so this is just a practice. There's nobody in the building who shouldn't be. But it gives you reason to know that if somebody doesn't have on a sticker or a badge, you should always ask them, can I help you? Or go to an adult and say, hey, we don't know who that person is. So we're just practicing. And nothing to be alarmed about. We just want to make sure that everybody knows what to do, and that if we see something that we need to change, we can change it.
Absolutely. So a drill this morning will happen. We'll let you know by the PA, and we'll come over and make that announcement. So Raiders, we want to move the day on. We hope that all of you have a great day where you create an environment where all of our teachers can teach and all of our students and your friends can learn. Make sure you do this because you're a Raider, and Raiders do these things.
Raiders make smart decisions. They treat others right, and they maximize their potential.